Hello, party people. Hello, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Ascendant. I'm so happy to be back here today. So this is a little intro for my pot project, my little pot project. So this is the, sounds funny. This is the Amber X Thunderhorse Descendant project. It's kind of like an elite FOC project that we do from time to time. There were a few people who participated, and you are going to see their projects, and then at the end you are going to see my project. So I just thought I would share with you a little bit about the projects that we had done. So Amber had found at the Taylor Swell's bead store in the garage sale section a little strand of these little pots. They were just little pots that were on a string. They were all hanging together. And I think I can't remember if there was 5 or 6 of them. Anyways, we passed these out to some people in the Thunderhorse Descendant group, Amber and myself. And we have Rebecca and Rosanna involved in this one. We had a few others, but they had some life stuff happen, so they were unable to participate. And that's fine. However, we did ask people to send in photos and little videos of their pot explaining what's going on with their project. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please make sure to leave a comment and let everybody who participated know if you love their design or if you found it innovative or what have you. Make sure you give them lots of love. And here we go. Let's roll that.
Amber found our next beading challenge.
Ah, this lady.
Isn't that awesome?
We're gonna divvy them out. So we got one for Amber, one for me, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 extra. Okay.
Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and right now we're not going to make something. We've already made it. It was for the Amber and Thunderhorse Descendant challenge, which we've been doing, I was going to say once a month, but I think it's every other month. Last month, or the month before last, whenever we did the last one, we did the float challenge, and I made the ghost float necklace. This month we had a little pot. Cute little porcelain pot. Well, it wasn't porcelain. It was terracotta with a little rope around it. And it was adorable. And I thought it was so cute. And it took me a few minutes to decide what I wanted to do because I didn't want to make a necklace out of it. It was really not necklace material. Anyway, I don't think so. Other people might have made a necklace. I don't know what everybody else made from their challenge. But I made a sun catcher. So to start the sun catcher, I used a little of flour foam and stuffed it into the pot. And then after I put the foam in, I cut little eye pins. Well, they were ones I made with a wrap, and stuffed them into the pot. I also took the rope that was on it, there was only about yay long, wrapped it around a split ring, and then wire wrapped it to hold so it could, for a hanger for it. After that was done, I let it sit for a few minutes, and then I made a loop for the bottom of the pot. You'll see what I was going to do with that in just a minute. So after that dried some, because I did put it on with E6000, I put some moss on my pot. After all, my pot was damp. So moss across the bottom of the pot. Then, while that dried, I made 6 bead strands, one really short one and 2 longer ones, or I should say 5 longer ones, with these beautiful crystals. Aren't those pretty? Well, let me tell you, they throw some rainbows. So after we did, so, and on the bottom of those crystals were some other crystals. I wanted to have them all be this style of Egyptian crystal, but unfortunately I only had 5. It's this pretty little thing. Isn't it gorgeous? And look at, you can see the flash even right now with it not being anywhere near the sun. Isn't that pretty? So that's on the bottom of 3 of the strands. The other 3 strands have a different style crystal, but it's still Egyptian crystal, so it's still really sparkly. These little ones. See again how it's sparkling? Isn't that pretty? So after I got all those bead strands done, and I decided it was dry enough to go forward with it, I hooked the tiny bead strand to the bottom of the pot. So it looks like the pot where the moss is at, like it's got a little drop of water dropping down from it. And then I did something much more difficult. Since I wasn't sure if the foam stuff was going to stick in really well, I took some resin and put in the top around on top of the green foam and around my my little wire wrapped eye pins. Now, once that dried, 3 of the 5 had resin in the eye pins, so I had to take my Dremel and Dremel those out so that they were clear so I could get a jump ring in there. And so then I jump ringed the 5 strands onto into those little pins on the pot. And then it was done. And oh boy, is it pretty. So let me show you. So here she is. Isn't she gorgeous? Water dropping out of my pot. Little water drop on the moss. And if I turn it inward, you can see the resin and the hooks for the strands of beads. This one's hook is in the moss here. You can barely see it because the moss half covers it. So that's our water drop from out of the moss. And here's our waterfall in our sun catcher. In our little pot. And here we are with its hook that's wire wrapped here to hold it. So, my pretty little sun catcher. Isn't that adorable? I loved this little pot. I had a lot of fun working with it. I think it's really cute. And yes, there is my pretty little pot sun catcher with its waterfall effect. And boy, when this gets in the sun, does it throw rainbows. Of course, it has a ton of crystals, including all those beautiful Egyptian crystals on the bottom of our drops, of our bead strands. I hope you enjoyed seeing this. I really enjoyed making it. I'm seriously considering keeping it because I really like it. There we go. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, working on the Amber and Thunderhorse Descendant challenge.
Hi. Okay, so I wanted to show you what this looked like while I was wearing it. I'm not very good at these things, okay? So please forgive me. Anyway, now I'm going to put it on the mat and show you guys what I did. Okay. All right, hold on. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to stop this and make this 2 videos. Okay, so this is the, the necklace. All right. What I did when I first started it, okay, was I wanted to put this, snake in there and make him look like he was coming out of the pot. So this is the twine that came on the pot, so I left that on. And then I was like, what else can I do? So I left the twine on there, and then I decided to put some macrame and added some of the Ceylon, I guess it is. I'm not sure. Eslon, whatever. And so I macrameed some more beads onto that strand. And then I was like, well, you know, to do the other side, I went ahead and, I don't know, somehow I tied the leather on, and then I did just a regular knotted with like 1 millimeter leather, and knotted some beads on that side. And then I was like, oh, this should be, you know, like a double strand. So I did another strand, like one whole strand that went all the way around, and I did wire wrapped beads and connected them together with jump rings. Okay, so then I was like, oh, I want to do something else with this pot. So I was like, yeah, maybe I'll try a little bit of seed beading. Well, actually doing seed beading didn't quite pan out for me, but I was able to string seed beads all the way around, and then I just went around like 2 more times on the inside of those beads to kind of tighten it up. And of course, I left the twine still on it too, because it was part of the original product, you know. So I just left it on there. And then I was like, oh, I like fringy stuff, right? But I not only wanted it to be fringy, okay, but I also wanted it to, yeah, I also added a dangle on there too. I also wanted it to kind of look like it was coming out of the pot. Well, it sort of looks like it was, and just this was flowing out of the pot. So, yeah. Then that's how I did these strands. And then I just kind of added, you know, the whole concept again of the knotting and the macrame and the wire wrapped beads. So that's what I did. Hope y'all like it.
Hello! So, this is my original pot. Not original anymore. When I saw this pot, I thought of a cauldron. So this is my magic cauldron, from which I create all the desires of my heart. And I've got some magic fairies, ladybugs for luck and success, fox to help me navigate, wishing hot air balloon, transformative dragonflies, all kinds of sparkly magical bits. So this side is like all of the flow, all of the you did the thing side, you know, in your creative process, whatever it is that you're creating. And it's very big and flashy, and it feels magnificent to be in that part. And of course, there's a whole journey to get there. Here's the seed, all of the inspiration represented by the different eyes, including this guy, which is from a walnut. That was given to me by a customer once. And you've got cycles. These are moon cycles. And this is an old washer that I found on the street one day. And these are lynx claws, because, you know, it takes freaking work. The creative process takes work. And the old becomes new. You gotta be tough, man. Then we've got snake vertebrae and crystals leading to this guy. So it's kind of like a take on Ouroboros. This is a bronze cast bead from my friend Matt Sturgis. That is his artwork. I bought that from him at the bead store. And then the spiral, which represents the infinity within and without. And then coming back to fruition again. Diving back in. There you have it. Yay!
I'm back. So I just wanted to show you a little bit about my project. I'm just in this video, I'm just going to show you how I'm putting the finishing touches on my project, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit. And yeah, make sure to get you some photos, and we're going to finish it up a little bit together. So I hope you're all having a lovely day. Make sure to like this video and subscribe so you can find us on the internet again. And let's get into putting finishing touches on my project. Alrighty guys, so here we are with my project. Now this project is not completed, but I am gonna walk you through a little bit of what I'm gonna do here. So for my project, what I did is I took my pot and I added the AB taxidermy clay to it. You can see here I added some texture on there, and I added little handles onto it, and then I patina painted the whole thing. Now originally, this was going to be a different kind of pot, but I'll explain more in the end video. But right now, we're going to put some finishing touches on it. So if you've never worked with the AB taxidermy clay, it's just white like this. This is the bright white. This was just some leftover stuff that I had when I put that on the pot. So you do have to mix together, so I had some and I just made a few extra little pieces. So this is what they look like. I then put texture on them. You let it dry overnight, and then it dries, it air dries by itself, and then you get this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some white gold and some onyx, and I'm just going to do some details on this pot, little work. I'm going to shake, shake, shake our patina paints here. Alright guys, so here's what she looks like all together, laying on the mat. So what I have here is a Native American inspired totem necklace. And originally this was going to be, I was going to go with a Greek theme. So the first thing that I did is I got my pot and I added clay, or AB, it was actually AB. You mix it together and it becomes it's the taxidermy clay. So I like that stuff because not only is it a clay, but it also works as a glue. And so I added little handles to my pot. And originally I was going to go with that, but then the reasoning, I got this lovely tassel here, and it's got quartz wrapped in it in this suede lace, right? And I was like, okay, so I have the quartz, so that went along with Greece because Greece got a lot of inspiration for their jewelry and things from Egypt. And so in Egypt, quartz was a big deal, part of the aquifers, part of like how they did light and how they were filtering water at the time. So I was like, oh yeah, cool. And then I got it on there, and I was like, okay, this is a trade pot. This is a trade pot. And it came to America some kind of way. That's what happened. And here is where we got into it. So I found all these little fetishes. So my I love the bear. It is part of my name. So it's got quite a few little bears on it. So I have a bear, a fish, a thunderbird, another bear. This one is probably a bear, another thunderbird, and a horse. And I thought these were just the cutest, and I wanted them to go into this like kind of rainbowy type or chakra type of colorway. And that might be, you know, a little out there for the historical side of it, but it is very cute. And so then I got my leather involved, and that started with the tassel down here. I wrapped it around my pot. My pot, I actually did incorporate some wire on the back here underneath the clay, so I wasn't going to hang it this way. But it also worked out to where I can do a double hang onto the pot handles. So I did the painting here and added a little filigree, little details, super cute. And then up top here we have just an Old Faithful clasp, and I just wire wrapped my leather onto that. And now I have a beautiful pot necklace. Sounds funny, but that's what I got. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you are, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.